Welcome to New Sky TV Explosion. Xiao Zhan's seat torn? A shocking mishap at Weibo Night. Fans engage in an eye battle for the truth late at night. Weibo servers suddenly trembled. A hashtag with a picture, like a drop of boiling oil, shattered the tranquility of the entertainment industry. Xiao Zhan's seat torn at Weibo Night? Just 9 characters, accompanied by a shocking close-up photo. On the smooth back of the chair, the seat tag bearing the words Xiao Zhan was torn in half, its edges jagged and curled, leaving a glaring scar. It wasn't a simple misalignment or fall, it was torn. The passive voice instantly ignited imaginations. The entire internet's radar activated, magnifying glasses focused on the torn tag. Was the mark fresh? Was it deliberate or accidental? Who was sitting next to him? What was the motive? A star-studded, joyous annual event unexpectedly transformed backstage into the Iva storm. The initial accusations pointed to the vague rivals. Fan circles raced with uncanny logic. Who was a potential competitor to Xiao Zhan? Who might be eyeing that seat considered a symbol of status? Yang Mi? Zhang, or other top-tier artists at the event? Names floated in speculation. Conspiracy theories ran rampant. Fan groups instantly entered a wartime state, their anger, resentment, and defensive emotions erupting like a volcano. The clamor for controlling comments, fighting back against online attacks, and demanding a thorough investigation from the organizers drowned out everything else. Protecting the best Xiao Zhan became more than just a slogan, it became a sleepless obsession. Fingers frantically swiped across cold screens, refreshing for evidence or statements that could potentially turn the tide of the battle. Every second was agonizing. Yet, Xiao Zhan, at the center of the storm, remained composed and dignified until the event ended, showing no sign of distress. Beneath this calm lay an even greater mystery. The truth, finally revealed in an almost absurd way, came at the height of the public outcry. The official Weibo Night event issued an apology statement. The so-called tearing was actually due to staff discovering minor wrinkles in the original seat stickers during a final check and attempting to remove them to replace them with new ones. During the removal process, the old sticker accidentally broke in the middle, and the scene was captured and circulated before a perfect new label could be applied. The seating arrangement of Xiao Zhan, Yang Mi, Zhang, and others was simply a change in order due to overall planning adjustments. There was no contest or targeting. A main center dispute and suppression suspicion that captivated millions stemmed from a clumsy sticker replacement. Xiao Zhan, Yang Mi, Zhang, and all the artists involved in the speculation became innocent scapegoats in this massive blunder. The truth came out, and boos erupted. But the anger didn't completely subside. Instead, it turned to a deeper wariness and questioning. Why did such a small disturbance escalate into a massive uproar? Because it wasn't just a piece of paper. In a world where traffic reigns supreme, a celebrity's seating arrangement, billing order, and screen time are imbued with symbolic meanings beyond their actual status, becoming sensitive benchmarks for measuring popularity and importance. Every detail is scrutinized under a microscope, and any unusual physical trace can be instantly interpreted as a thrilling undercover battle. Xiao Zhan himself is undoubtedly well-versed in this. Having weathered past media storms, he understands better than anyone the weight and destructive power of labels. This time, he once again chose the most professional approach, remaining uninvolved in focusing on his work. This composure is armor forged through countless storms. But beneath this armor, perhaps, lies a touch of helplessness. When a person's every word and action, every table and chair, is infinitely dissected into a battlefield, then being in the center of the fame and fortune are like walking on thin ice, forever a frightened bird. Why are fans sleepless all night? Because of love, and because of fear. The love runs deep, hence the fear of him suffering even the slightest injustice. The fear is intense, because they know the sharpness of the blade of public opinion. They built a defense for him by burning themselves out, but this over-defense might have exacerbated the tension and antagonism in the environment. It's almost an unsolvable cycle. The more popular, the more sensitive, the easier it is to trigger incidents. The more incidents, the stronger the defense. The Weibo Night fiasco, like a magnifying glass, revealed the anxious ecosystem behind the glamorous entertainment industry. A platform's minor oversight can lead to a trust crisis sweeping the entire internet. Fans' excessive tension amplifies misunderstandings, and artists must cultivate an indestructible body to cope with all these inexplicable and unwarranted disasters. Labels are torn off, and new ones are quickly applied. But the scars left by this fiasco may take longer to heal. Xiao Zhan, Yang Mi, Zhang, and others was simply a change in order due to overall planning adjustments. There was no contest or targeting. A main center dispute and suppression suspicion that captivated millions stemmed from a clumsy sticker replacement. The truth came out, and boos erupted. But the scars left by this fiasco may take longer to heal. When the director's rehearse exploded in the earpiece, the air backstage seemed to freeze. Everyone paused for a moment, followed by an even more frantic, silent busyness, the hushed voices on walkie-talkies, the sound of running footsteps, the instant sweat beading on the prop master's forehead. On stage, light and shadow flowed, music blared, and the audience saw only perfection. Behind the perfection lies countless tightly strung strings, any slight tremor of which could trigger an unseen avalanche. This is the most authentic metaphor for the entertainment industry, a massive machine woven from countless intricately meshed gears. Xiao Zhan's seat tag and the order of appearance in the live stream are merely two insignificant gears among thousands. But once they are misaligned, even by a millimeter, viewed through the super-magnifying glass of public opinion, they become a cataclysmic crack. Fans see it as a symbol of their idol's humiliation, haters see it as a flaw to attack, and the general public sees it as a noisy farce. The truth, the tiny mistake stemming from a staff member's sweaty Pullman slipping finger, becomes the last piece pieced together. Thus, what we always see is only the result, a photo of a torn tag, a VCR with the wrong order, a rapidly escalating online battle. The cause, that perhaps tedious, trivial, even somewhat comical behind-the-scenes error, sinks to the bottom in that tsunami of emotions. Emotions always outpace reality. This is the fate of the internet age. Like staring at the fluctuating data on the Beijiao back-end, a single downward arrow can cause your heart to stop, instantly conjuring up countless scenarios of algorithmic abandonment and reader aversion, even if it's just a brief system delay. Therefore, when Xiao Zhan held up the Weibo Night annual model filmmaker trophies, the warm white spotlight shining on him, his slightly bowed, restrained smile, seemed so profound. He accepted not only honor, but also the full pressure and scrutiny projected by this massive, sophisticated, and often booming machine. His calmness was a system-level compatibility and stability. What kind of inner strength does it take to stand firmly in the center of the stage amidst the storms of labels being torn apart and misunderstandings being fabricated, without even the curve of a smile faltering? The Weibo Night event's response was timely. The apology, though brief, provided closure for the parties involved. Xiao Zhan's side didn't say much afterward, and his fans' attitudes gradually stabilized. However, this incident once again reminds us that behind the online spectatorship are real people. I think the reason this went viral wasn't due to labels, but because people are too easily swayed by emotions. People always need an outlet, and when there's a direct confrontation, they easily imagine scenarios. But the more sensational the event appears, the more we should wait for the truth to emerge before discussing it. It seems public figures and platforms need to learn more refined communication, even something as simple as seating arrangements requiring multiple layers of verification. Audiences watch the stage, but few realize that every detail behind the scenes could become a trigger for public opinion. Finally, it must be said that Xiao Zhan's ability to maintain composure is commendable. Faced with misunderstandings, he didn't say much or engage in hype, winning back applause solely through his work and performance. That quiet resilience is perhaps the true essence of top-tier charisma. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.